Hi, everybody. My name is Deborah O'Brien. This is Beauty Brains Bubbly, and I am going to do something a little different and talk about the carnivore diet that I just started. So let's walk through this. So I started this 5 days ago, and I want to chronicle it. I, Mostly because there's been a lot that has led up to this. And while I'm excited, I'm also very trepidatious and nervous. And I want to have a record of where I am today, how I got to this point, how I came to the decision to try carnivore, and really follow through with a weekly check in to see both for myself and then to share with you guys my experience of the journey and how it turns out. So I want to start this particular vlog with how I got here, I guess. So you can have a little bit of background on how I made this decision. So going back, I went through a few years, late 40s, where I got super into this workout kick and diet and trying to get in shape. And I had this goal. I was hitting 50 coming up, and I wanted to be in the best shape of my life when I hit 50. And then things happened. I had female issues, and then I had one surgery after another, and I kept having setbacks, and I was getting sick all the time, and I was tired, and it just became this incredible roller coaster ride of never getting to a place where I felt really healthy and great. Then August of 21, I got COVID, like a lot of us did, right? And I was one of those people that was down for the count. I spent a good 4 to 5 weeks where I was in and out of urgent care. I was in the hospital. It was a rough road. And I guess not that surprising because I feel like I was somebody who was constantly getting every little bug that was out there and always getting sick. So lo and behold, COVID is going to knock me on my butt. But then after I recovered from COVID, I started having these really strange symptoms, one of which was incredibly severe joint pain. And I'm talking really bad. Toes, feet hurt to walk on my feet, my ankles, my fingers, my wrists, my elbows. Now, knees, which I've had 3 or 4 knee surgeries. So I kind of expect knee pain, but it was turning into osteoarthritis to the point where it's just bone on bone. It sounds terrible. It hurts. My knees, everything's swelling. Mornings, crazy. You get up in the morning and I can't even just get out of bed and like walk and maneuver. If I sit down for any length of time, same thing. It's like I struggle. I'm an 80-year-old woman, like hobbling, trying to be able to move. So it slowed me down. It's painful. It's constant. And working out, forget it. So hard. So there was that. And then on top of it, very tired, very foggy in the brain. So I go to my doctor, right? And I'm like, help, what can I do here? And so we start talking through my age and where I'm at health wise. And she's like, okay, you're on birth control, but are you menopausal at all or perimenopausal? And I'm like, yeah, hot flashes, weight gain, like I've got it all going on, but I'm still menstruating. So she says, okay, well, let's do a few things. Let's stop birth control, which immediately put me into full menopause. Like I haven't had a cycle since then. So that was interesting. She also recommended intermittent fasting. So no food after 6 p.m. and nothing before 11 a.m. Okay. Go on an anti-inflammatory diet. So cutting out sugars and a lot of carbs and lots of vegetables and lean meats and fish and all of that. Cut out coffee. I'm trying to think what else she did. Supplements. Oh, and guys, seriously, it spins. I could go through the list here, but you can see it became like it just became ridiculous. A lot of this is for like inflammation. So there's like curcumin, and I have in the fridge, there's more, there's like fish oil for omega-3s. I've got stuff for brain health and collagen. And I mean, then I went and saw an acupuncturist that she recommended, and she was like, take 15 of these pills 3 times a day and 5 of these 3 times a day. I mean, the number of supplements that I was consuming was out of control. So I'm like, but I'm going to do it, right? I really want to feel better. So I'm fasting, I'm juice cleansing. I look up medical medium, and I'm drinking celery juice in the morning, and I'm making this turmeric, lemon, ginger tea. I'm drinking a ton of that. I'm juicing constantly, kale and celery and apples and spinach, and right, all good stuff, right? I'm taking this serious, and I'm really working on it. I'm taking all of these pills, and the deal with my doctor was 3 months and then come back and we'll see how you're feeling. We'll do some blood work and stuff. So I'm doing all of this, but I'm gaining more weight while I'm doing it, which makes no sense. I'm in a ton of pain still. So my workouts are ridiculous. I mean, I'm getting a half an hour of yoga in. I'm doing consistently every day, but that's about my max that I can manage. The pain is just so excruciating. We're doing it every day though. We're going on walks, things that are easy, but I'm not getting better. I mean, nothing's changing. In fact, the joint pain is getting progressively worse. I'm still gaining weight. I'm completely frustrated. And my fiance is starting to get kind of frustrated with me. And he's like, I don't know who you are anymore. What is going on? You're doing all this stuff. Nothing's working. We start cryotherapy. I'm doing the acupuncture. I am doing all of the things and nothing's helping. It's just nothing is making a difference. And it just starts to get to this point where you feel like there's just no hope. Like this is it. I I am going to live the rest of my life in this painful old woman body. So I'm complaining to my girlfriend, right? And she says, hey, have you tried Viome? And I have no idea what that even is. So it turns out it's a gut test that you can do at home. They send you the kit and you poop in a thing and you send it back, which is just completely gross, but that's what you do. And then they send you back the results and let you know where your gut health is. And they give you a list of what you should and should not be eating. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give that a try. Let's do it. So the results come back and my mind is blown because I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get a list back and it's probably going to say things like, don't eat so much gluten, don't eat dairy, don't eat as much red meat. I don't know, those types of things, right? Instead, I get back a list of all of these vegetables and fruits and nuts and things that I should be avoiding and limiting. And the things on the list that I should be eating: meat, fish, dairy. Huh? What, on what planet is this what I should be eating? It makes no sense to me. Okay. I go and I start looking around and I run across a couple different things. One was Joe Rogan's podcast with Dr. Sean Baker. I found some podcasts online and I was watching YouTube videos about people on a carnivore diet. And at the time, to be honest, I was like, no, no. Well, it sounds like these people are having some really great success. I don't think I can do that. I mean, it's just not me. First of all, I love food. Food is like a part of my world, of my day, of who I am as a person. I take so much pride in my cooking. It's the way that I show love to everyone in my life, food and love and showing your appreciation and caring for someone has always been through food for me. I mean, I think I even comfort myself a little bit through food. I'm not sure that it's a terrible, but a little bit. I don't know. The thought of just eating meat, just for so many reasons. It seems counterintuitive from everything that you learn growing up. I mean, you think about the food pyramid and eating all of the colors in the rainbow. And so it just was a tough sell for me. It's funny, I watched a gal, she's got a YouTube channel. It's like a carnivore thing, and she's super cute. Please don't take offense if you watch this, but I call her the butter girl. She talks about taking a stick of butter with her everywhere and just eating butter. And I watched it and I was like, oh, that's not going to happen in my world. Never is there going to be me with pulling a stick of butter out of my purse and downing that. Like, ugh, ugh. It just made me cringe. My brain just was like, no. So then you read some other stuff and you look at, there's things like oxalate dumping and the diarrhea issues. And sorry, I know that's gross, but that's what people talk about. They talk about the keto flu, right? I don't know. But what else is there? My next step with the doctor was more prescriptions. She's like, I can get you something for the inflammation and for pain. And I'm like, I'm trying to get rid of all of my prescriptions and to do things more naturally and clean. And I don't need any more vitamins. I'm up to my eyeballs in all of this stuff. I mean, it's insanity. So I looked at all of it and I thought, I don't know. I don't know that I have anything to lose at this point. Maybe I could just eat meat. I don't know. So here's the deal. At this point, I'm at the heaviest I have ever been in my entire life, other than during my 3 pregnancies, 146 and a half pounds, which even saying that, it sort of surprises me. I'm not that tall. I'm like maybe 5'4" if you stretch me out. And I know it's not all about weight. It's really about being comfortable in your body and feeling like you have energy, feeling strong, and feeling like you're able to move in a way that is comfortable. And I don't feel that. This weight is not a comfortable weight for me. And so part of this is I need to lose the joint pain. I want more energy. I want to have a clearer head. And I do want to lose some of this excess weight and just lean out. I want to feel energized and good and like I'm in a body that moves in a way that fits me. So here we are. We are going to do carnivore. And the goal originally was 30 days. I think that probably I'm going to stretch that out. As I watch more and more people who are doing this, they're like, oh, you do 30. And then you're like, oh, maybe I'll do 30 more. Maybe I'll do 30 more after that. So I think 90 days ultimately is the ideal. I can't imagine going 90 days without a carb or without chocolate. Pasta, vegetables, fruit, strawberries, as we get into like spring and all of the, I have my little garden on the patio. Like, it's hard to imagine, but there really isn't another option at this point. The only other thing maybe would be to do even longer extended fasting, which somebody recommended. But I'm like, look, if I'm going to not eat for 3 days, at a time, what that's most likely going to do, because I've done it before, is make me incredibly tired and make working out even harder to get to a place where I can do that. Because now not only am I, without dealing with the pain, but then I don't have any fuel in the tank to get through and even go to a gym and lift weights, even if I can get rid of the joint pain. So this seems to me like something where it's a nice happy medium. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I'm still getting protein, which you need to function and to be able to get into the gym and maybe get a workout in. But it'll also hopefully lead me to a place where I can do more extended fasting as long as I'm getting, a nice big bulk of protein in my diet to kind of get me through. So I don't know. This is just going to be let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Feel free to check in and follow along. And I promise you, I will shoot it to you straight, the good, the bad, the ugly. And we'll see how it goes and just kind of go through the process and learn together. So hope you enjoy the channel and will consider subscribing and sticking around. You can also I have a blog, which is beautybrainsbubbly.com. So feel free to go check that out and see some of the stuff that I've written over the years. And I hope you're all well, happy, and healthy. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Let's go carnivore.